I guess it's recording right now, but it's just not on there because I think it's actually on here. It's absolutely recording. So this is Drew's cooking channel. Check it out. I'm gonna make ginger shots. People tell me about ginger shots. So what you need is you need some ginger, of course. You need some turmeric, of course. Turmeric. There's the camera. It's over there. I'm looking over here. That's the lights. These are oranges. Absolutely important. Oh my Lord, I'm so excited. And don't squeeze your lemon unless it's perfectly the right time to. We need a knife, not the meat knife. Look at that. That is a fresh cut of the cutting board. Oh my Lord, I can't believe I just did that. That is my cutting board. One of my good friend's son made it for me up in Haida. Where's my old one? That's my old one I got from my marriage back in, that ex-marriage back in, 2004. Yes. So it's gone. I finally retired it, and I just got this last week. I was up in Haida a couple weeks ago. When I started this adventure in eating better, I've done this a few times in my life, of course. As most of you know, I've gone through a couple of major transitions in my life. Back when I was 24 years old, I went through a debilitating injury called stop drinking and drugging for the rest of your life. And I stopped drinking and went through a transition a couple years later. Needed to get in shape because I wanted to be an athlete. I wanted to go down the States and play professional football. And in order to do that, I needed to transition my body. I needed to make myself a better person physically. So I started using hemp protein and a lot of hemp products. And hemp is an absolute amazing protein. I wouldn't use, the whey protein ever again. Hemp is the only way to go. But a couple, like last year, I went through this huge transition with eating. I was 290 pounds on February 15th. I was 290 pounds. 200 cut back and go back. So back on February 15th, I was 279 pounds. This is astronomical size. Way too big in my gut, way too big in my butt. And just not healthy. You know how this whole pandemic, it's made everyone a little bit lazy and a little bit lacking. And if you haven't gotten well, you better get well, because once weight comes on, it doesn't come off, and it stays. I know that because, like I said, on February 15th, I weighed in at 270 pounds. And in 3 months, 90 days, I lost 30 pounds. I was down to like 245. And funny enough, last month, about a month and a half ago, I made a move. I did a couple of things in my life, but I got lazy. I got lack and stopped eating properly, stopped doing what I did in the spring. And I got chubby again, and it comes back so fast. I'm now at 200, which was I was 268 pounds. So that means from February 15th, I went from 279 down to 245, and now I'm back up to 267. It's just astronomically wrong. So I am going to pause because I'm going to get out of this. Is it paused already? No. So what I like about this is it's just like recording. It's doing all the microphone and everything. It's recording. Okay, so that's like stage one. So you got to get your 3 oranges, and you got to get your 1 lemon, and then the next thing you got to do is you got to get. Whoa! Slow down with that knife, bro. What you got to do next is you got to get a half a cup of ginger. A half a cup of ginger. This is where everything comes together. So what I do, I don't like the skin, so I just take the skin off. Oh, and if it spices you right in the eye, you go to sushi restaurants and they give you ginger. And if the ginger is pink, it means it's fake. Just like salmon. Everyone eats salmon at the sushi places, and everyone eats Atlantic salmon. Just so you know that Atlantic salmon is the color it is. It's that way because of the dye in the salmon feed, in the fish feed. It's crazy. So they dye the fish through food coloring. Yeah, that's why I will never eat Atlantic salmon, and I'll never eat that stuff at the sushi places. Just won't do it. Anyway, so what you got to do is you got to have a half a cup of ginger. So that's enough. Let me just, you know what? My mom always says, just a little extra is always good. She always said that with the Bacardi rum, probably why I became alcoholic. Anyways, I never said that, Mom, I'm sorry. That's ginger. It says a half a cup, but I'm gonna put a little bit more than a half a cup in. Now, turmeric. Turmeric is something that's fairly new to us folk in North America. Notice how I said that, interestingly enough. The way I said it, I don't wanna hurt anyone's feelings, but the reality is, you know, when I grew up in a household where, you know, we accepted all races, all nationalities, and I loved going over to friends' houses. I had a really close friend of mine that was an East Indian family, and I loved the food. My uncle also was a phenomenal cook, and he traveled around the world in the army, and he always had different food. And of course, when I moved to Vancouver when I was 19, and I've never looked back, it's going to be hard for me to leave this place, but unfortunately that day is coming due to everything that's going on. The reality is I've learned so much because of all the different ethnicities in Vancouver, and the foods. It's just absolutely amazing, the stuff you learn. You know, turmeric, you can look it up, but it's good for a lot of stuff. And the main reason I started using it was during that pandemic. They said it was fantastic against fighting colds and flu symptoms, and it also is one thing that I learned about it. It's really, really good for inflammation. So what do I got? I got a third of a cup. It's right over here. So again, and it's cheap. Like, it's so funny. You go to a place, you go to the store, and you buy like a 3-cup thing of ginger shots. It's like $25 at the store. $25. This was 3 oranges. Orange is about $2, so $6 plus turmeric plus ginger, probably like $8 to $10. The best part about it, folks, is you make it. And like, again, my mother said, God bless my mother, God bless all mothers. When you make something, it's just so much better. It's just healthier for you. And I swear this was a huge pivotal point in me getting healthy back in the spring. So what we do is we put it in the, we have to get the expensive blender, and we put it on puree. Puree, ready? Puree that up. Kryptonite. So yeah, I got into all this, you know, because I needed to. I needed to get healthy again. And I see so many of my friends and so many people out there that are not healthy. They've blossomed like this or like this since COVID. And it's a shame. It's so sad. So if you're watching and you want to learn more, please DM me. Please, you know, like, share, do all that stuff. And get healthy, because the only way I've gotten healthy in my life is by learning from my friends, from learning from others, and experimenting myself. So that's that. That's pureed up. Now you got to get the metal whisko. I have no idea why someone put that in there, but I got my big glass. I use glass. I try to use glass at all times. All the time. I try to use glass. Don't like plastic. Hate plastic. Glass or metal. So, and that's what you do. My mom used to do this with Bacardi rum. She'd like get up to the last, and then she'd go like, if you just squeeze it and you squeeze it and you squeeze it, you'll always get a few extra drops. You know how that happened? It just does what it does. So I'm just going to let this sit for about, I let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. All the juice extracts from it, and all the pulp stays on top. I got part 3. I got a little bit of black pepper and cayenne pepper coming up. All right, so don't cut your foot open. Anyways, what I've got here is I've pretty much got all the juice out. Okay. Oh, holy smokes! You know, it's amazing when you're cooking your own food, when you're doing your own thing, you actually get to taste your own blessings. Like, it's just amazing. So what I've got in there is 3 oranges, 1 lemon, half a cup of ginger, 1/3 of a cup of turmeric, 1/8 of a teaspoon cayenne pepper. Actually, let's do this after. So the cayenne pepper, I'm not sure what it's for other than to help you get a little zest. I'm not sure what. People just told me that's what you're supposed to do. So I've got 1/8 of a cup of black pepper. I'm just going to throw a little bit more in there. You need the black pepper for the turmeric. So the black pepper is what helps the turmeric go into your body. Just kind of like grape seed extract is what you need for proteins, breaking down your proteins that go into your body. So we've got this. We've got this is an old, I got this a year last Christmas. This was full of chocolate, for hot chocolate. And in January, February, when I started doing this ginger shots, I thought to myself, chocolate, orange shots, ginger shots, it's gonna be good for me. So, that's what I've got, folks. And once or twice a day, depending. Before I go into a meeting or anything like that, if I need a little up, if I need a little jump, a little spice, got my A&W cup. There's a list of things in the screen of all the blessings. Oh, lemon, the oranges. Cayenne pepper. It's beautiful. Let's see. I won't put that.